And everybody looks at me like,
that was very rude, MJ.
and I'm like, hey, I'm just saying how it is. Hey everyone, welcome back to another I Disagree episode. We're the hosts. My name is MJ.
My name is Adam.
Oh, hey everyone. How you doing today? Let's take a little time right now just to ask, how are you? I hope you're doing good.
Yes.
COVID, year 2, everyone's struggling. And so I just want to take the time to say, like, we appreciate you jumping on, watching this video, and just enjoying yourself, because that's what we need sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit of laughter goes a long way.
If you're new to the channel, me and Adam have been living in Japan for over 10 years, and we talk about things for people to help, their English level improve. Me and Adam are always just speaking natural speed. There's not much Japanese involved, so it's a good way to just keep your ears nice and fresh and up to date with English in a nice, safe environment. Hey, hope you enjoy that. Today we're going to be talking about being direct.
Just do it.
These things have come up in our past years of being in a company that deals with language learning.
Yes.
We've talked with a lot of people who've been studying English, trying to get better at English. And I've noticed something. There's a difference, not only in the language, but the feeling of that language. When you're speaking in that language, or the people who are natives of that language.
Right.
So in this case, we focus on a lot of English because that's me and Adam's mother tongue.
Yeah.
So with that comes a different kind of mindset.
True.
Because wherever you grew up, who your parents are, what generation, year, era you were born, makes you. Makes us who we are. Right? So that's why in each country, people have different mentalities, different ways of thinking. This is connected to how we speak English. In Japan, it's connected to how you speak Japanese.
Right.
When me and Adam were studying Japanese, there's a lot of question marks that can happen. There's a lot of beating around the bush. my
Kotoba.
Yeah, when we're having meetings. In the past, me and Adam have been in a lot of meetings together in our previous company. And there's been so many times after the meeting's finished, me and Adam are talking to each other like, so what did he mean? So what did he actually want us to do?
What were our final thoughts for this meeting?
Yeah.
What was the objective, or what was our target? What was the goal?
And then like 2 weeks later, they'll be like, hey, MJ Adam, did you finish that thing? And we're like, I thought that was just an idea.
Yeah.
I didn't think you wanted us to really do it because you didn't directly ask us to do it. And that's where the I minus.
The confusion
happens. Exactly happens. So that is something that we've had to deal with learning Japanese. But how about learning English? All right?
Yeah.
So there have been some cases that I've been in a meeting and I've spoken my mind, given my 2 cents to what is happening. And everybody looks at me like,
that was very rude, MJ.
and I'm like, hey, I'm just saying how it is. I feel, because I'm from America. And I think that we can learn from expressing ourselves, even if it's something that you do not agree with, that everyone's talking about. Constructive criticism is something that we learn when we're in middle school and high school, doing debates, trying to open up and understand the point of view of somebody else. You're not going to think the same way. And that's okay.
Yeah. It's okay to disagree.
There's been some times where I've said some abrasive things. So example, like someone asked me to do, like a manager asked me, hey,
MJ, can you do this type of work?
And I'm like, I don't feel that I fit that type of job. I don't think that I will do a good job in that area of work. What I'm doing here, I think I'm doing better at. I have passion for. Please let me do this kind of work.
Continue.
Not this new thing that I'm not going to have any passion for. I'm not going to give my 100%. I don't think it's a good choice. And then the manager's be like,
well, it's your job.
And then I talk with other people and Japanese friends of mine too, and they're like, yeah, like in Japan, you would just accept it.
But even for me, listening to MJ explain that story,
Yeah.
I don't even think that's direct in English.
Oh.
because you're not specifically saying no or
Okay.
yes, right? You're telling them the reason why you're not fit for that position, which is
Okay.
not directly saying, no, I don't want to do it, or no, find somebody else. I'm too busy doing this. If somebody who has a specific skill set is focusing on their job, which requires them to work using their skills, and is transferred to another job. But your case, you're kind of explaining why you feel like you're not the perfect fit.
Right.
But going to what you were saying about what other people said, continue. Sorry.
That in Japan, like, yeah, you would just accept it and you
Right.
would just do the work. So whatever the boss says, you do. You follow.
Right.
And for me, I look at the bigger picture, at least I think I am. And I'm saying, you know, I'm not going to do a good job. I'm not going to like try to be bad.
Right.
But I'm saying I'm going to definitely try a lot harder here because I like this thing.
Right.
And this thing, I'll try my best, but it's not going to be good.
It's not going to be your best.
Yeah, like
your best
you
work.
might be better off choosing somebody else for that position. It's like if you go to a car mechanics and you ask them to bake a cake for you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. If you pay them like $1 million, they're like, all right, sweet, I'll bake that cake.
Bake the cake.
It's going to be really bad, but okay, I guess I'll bake it if you
Right.
want me to bake it.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, it's a waste of everyone's time.
Right.
I want what's best for everyone in the company and in the department. So I give you my straight, direct reasoning for it. And I hear in Japan that can be a bit too much.
Right. And I've heard cases where people who have said their points and given their direct thoughts on some things
Yep.
were transferred to different departments, or their jobs were changed to something that was involving less skills or more menial work, like just data entry or something that they don't really have any passion for.
Yep, yep.
And as a result, they left their job.
Yeah.
So I've heard stories like that where people who have been direct get disciplined for it in Japan.
And that can happen. And that's just, you know, that's what you have to deal with if
Yeah.
you're going to say that. And definitely that will happen in America as
True.
well.
Yeah.
But it's up to, I think, the manager to really make the decision
Yeah.
if they're going to understand and accept the reasons
Right.
why I'm saying no, or to just say, all right, well, then I don't like your attitude. You're out of here.
You're out of here, right?
Hey, well, then it's over.
Yeah.
Little announcement, everyone. If you didn't know yet, me and Adam have opened up our channel for memberships. So you can join us and support us even more than just hitting that like button, subscribing and stuff.
Yes.
If you're really interested in that, right next to the subscribe button, there is a little join button. And what this does is you're going to help us just support us, me and Adam, continuing to make these videos, as well as, you know, help us maybe go out, even though right now we shouldn't be going out.
Yeah.
We won't be going out.
In the future.
In the future, you know, give us some funds to go out, maybe upgrade our equipment. But I think the biggest thing that everyone really wants is our podcast to come back.
Yes.
And we've set a goal to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach 1,000 members on this, then we will open up and start releasing podcasts for everyone to enjoy.
Yeah.
And of course, there's extra perks if you join the higher tiers. You get some like live videos, special themed videos. It's really cool. Go down, check it out. Please, it would mean a lot to me and Adam if you did. Thank you. And let's get into this video.
All right. Yeah.
So it's a very interesting thing. And now I'm just really wanting to pinpoint this because there may be some people, all of you, you know, most of our audience are people who are from Japan and who are practicing their English, wanting
Yep.
to brush up their English. And I'm sure maybe there's been some situations where you've been in a group of other Westerners, people speaking in English, and there's been something that's said where you're like, whoa, like that feels too harsh, what that
Right.
person just said.
That was really strong.
Like, wow, ouch. Like, yeah, man, you hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
But understand that that's not the case all the time.
Right.
Because that's how we talk with other Westerners. And that's how it is in the English, like, environment
Right.
when you're speaking.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some people who totally agree with this and understand. I know a lot of Japanese people who have gone to America, studied there, and have been like, wow, like, Japan is whack. They don't like Japan anymore because they see this new way of thinking.
Yeah.
that suits them more. They
Right.
they accept it more compared to the Japanese way of thinking. Speaking in English changes them.
Right.
And I've heard some people say that about me.
Yeah.
Like, hey, MJ, when you speak in
Japanese.
Japanese, you sound nicer, or you're so polite.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I guess it's just the words that I
way-
choose or
right.
how I speak.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. But I guess on the other side, I mean, there's good sides and bad sides of being, we say, passive and being direct or assertive. Aggressive, maybe. I think for being direct with people, especially if you're in management in Japan and you're managing foreigners, you should tell them directly what you want them to do.
Yep.
Because they respect your position as a manager or a boss supervisor. So if you don't tell them,
Do this. Your job is this from now on.
and rather,
I would like you, or I think it's a better idea. You should.
that's not, direct enough for them to be like,
Okay, boss says I gotta do this, I'm gonna change my job now.
rather they'll be like,
Okay, he said I think, or it's better. I don't think it's better, so I'm just gonna keep working here.
so being direct in that position is good. Being direct about someone's appearance, maybe not so good, if you know what I mean. So being passive,
Yeah, there's been plenty of times.
what do you think about my haircut? And it's really messed up, and you're like, oh man, your hair is, who's your barber? You should go fire that person. They messed you up. Like, that is not good. So there is times
Yeah.
to be passive about stuff and not be direct about stuff, but there are times when you definitely should take into consideration that being direct is going to save a bunch of time, not waste time in meetings having people not understand what you want them to do, but actually after the meeting they're like, okay, got to get to work on this project.
Yes.
Get it done.
Yes.
Because that is what the boss said.
But also, as a boss, you have to be open
True.
to those
Receiving
yeah, direct
comments.
opinions
Right.
and comments back.
Yeah.
That's one big difference between people in Japan and people
True.
in Western countries, namely for us, North America. That's what we can speak about. Again, we can speak about Japan. We've been here for 10 plus years.
Yep.
We understand not 100%, but the mindset of shogunai.
Shogunai or heiwa o
Shikatanai.
mamoru.
Yeah. Right. So that comes first. And the heiwa o mamoru
Yeah.
idea is if everyone's on the same page, everyone does the same thing, then it's peaceful.
Heiwa is peaceful.
But that might not be the case all the time.
They might not do a good job. They might not put in their best effort.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think about
Yeah.
this episode, about this topic. We just wanted to bring it up. Being direct, not only if you're speaking a different language, your language is changing, but your mindset
It's
can
changing.
change too. And
Yeah.
the way you accept people or the way others speak or do things
Yep.
are going to be different.
True.
So I just want to make a point of that. So you focus on that. Think about that.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for this episode. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Really means a lot to us. Go down, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, bell notification, all that jazz.
Yeah.
If you want to step it up, if you want us to start a podcast, join our membership and help us get to 1,000 members so we can start the podcast
Yeah.
for all of you.
Yeah. And of course, if you want to get in touch with us or message us, we have other SNS channels. We have a TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We spend a lot of time on Instagram, so you might want to check us out there.
We'll see you
On the next step.